This is a continuation of the reading that I was doing. I just got a phone call and didn't realize it. So, the last card in the center is about change, is talking about your heart chakra. And what you want to, that has to do with air, with your thoughts. It has to do with love and kindness, compassion, which is something that we want to bring to the Queen of Swords. Your way of being, love, compassion, and kindness is something that we want you to communicate from. The color, essential oils are rose, geranium, neroli, ylang-ylang, jasmine, and bergamot. And the crystal is pink quartz, clear quartz, jade, or green calcite. These are just some of the oils and crystals that you might want to work with around actually the heart chakra. And like I said, I don't know if I said it, but the color is green, and the glands have to do with the thymus, hormones, and immune system. So that may be something going on for you with any of those physical parts, the thymus, or your immune system, or your hormones. Take note, and if there is, they want you to take care of it. They want you to do something that allows you to heal that, whatever that issue is that you're having with it, or make sure you're taking your meds, make sure that you're eating the things that support those areas, whatever that issue is for you. If it's a cold, or if you keep getting colds, or if you keep falling sick, they want you to build your immune system. Look at natural ways to do that, as well as make sure that there's nothing systemic that needs to be addressed by going to see a doctor. So that kind of a thing. And the air energy has to do also with thinking. So you could get yourself stuck if you think too much. You need to take action when you have air. You need to ground when you have air. Make sure you stay grounded. Make sure you stay in action, even if it's a small action every day. Just take some action towards what it is that you are working towards. You already know what that is. And the sign is, they're saying, is Libra. I have written down here. So that is a lot of information. I'm going to do one more pull from the Psychic Tarot to talk about the Hierophant. It says moving on. So I'm hearing, don't be afraid to be by yourself. Don't be afraid to be alone, because you're not alone. You're never alone. You can always ask for assistance from the higher realms, the 5D, and above. But you have to ask. You have to acknowledge your angels, your guides, your helpers. You have to ask God, or whatever it is that you call it, to assist you. And if you do, then you will get assistance. They're also telling me that there are also other allies that you can use, like essential oils, crystals, spiritual baths, but specifically allies. Mother Nature has fairies. There's a fairy kingdom. There's a mineral kingdom. And in these kingdoms, there are allies that can assist us if we only acknowledge the power that's within. If we stop and acknowledge and respect the power that is within. So that's what they're telling me there. Anything else, Spirit? I'm looking at the Queen of Swords. What do you want to say about the Queen of Swords? Firm foundation. Queen of Swords, firm foundation. Make sure that what you're releasing and what you're building is authentic, and that you're not afraid to dig deep within yourself, to go deep within yourself, to release that which does not serve you anymore. and make sure that you stay focused and intentional about what it is that you're going to create in the future as you go forward. Mainly about who it is you're being is a clue, because out of who we are being, that generates how people respond to us. That generates how the world and the energy comes back to us, because what we put out, we get back. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, but it's just not an action, it's also a way of being. So however we're being is what, if we're putting out Queen of Swords energy straight up, that's what we're going to get back. But if the situation requires a little softening of that Queen of Swords energy, and that's naturally who you are as the Queen of Swords, then add a little sugar and be that. Focus on who you're being, not so much on what you're doing, but who you're being. And if who you're being doesn't get you back what you want, like if you're being sweet, if you're being kind, if you're being compassionate, and you get back something in your face that is someone who is angry and hateful, then when you have an opportunity, you need to stop and ask yourself, okay, so what is it about me that I'm missing and who I was being that attracted that kind of a situation to me? We have to take responsibility in this day and time. There's no getting around it. And the more you resist taking responsibility for whatever shows up in your world, in your face, the more we're gonna have it show up quicker and faster and more, until we shift that behavior to what it is that we do want. So things are moving much faster these days, and we need to be conscious and very cautious about what we're receiving back. So pay attention to the signs all around you. It may speak to you in a song. It may speak to you in a person flipping you off going down the street. It may speak to you in a compliment, or someone gifting you something that you don't even know, a person you don't even know gifting you something. It may be that kind of a situation. Whatever it is, be receptive and be courageous enough to take a look at that situation and see what your ownership in it is. Because without you taking ownership of anything that's occurring in your life, you won't be able to change it. If you put any part of the responsibility of whatever kind of situation that happens to you on to someone else, it takes away your ability to acknowledge that you created it and that you could change it. So to the extent that you own it is the extent that you have power over it, the extent that will allow you to have something be different. I'm not saying that the situation wasn't wrong, that you weren't wronged, or maybe you weren't a victim, but I am saying that there is some part in some way, your frequency, the frequency that you're vibrating with, had everything to do with that situation being attracted to you. And the frequency that you continue to vibe at has everything to do with your ability to accept and to shift to accept responsibility for you attracting stuff, and to change your frequency so you could attract different things that you do want. Now, that may be a little bit crazy. I may have to do a whole nother video on that and explain it to you in a better light, but please accept my offerings as I provided it today. And if you have questions, you can always write in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. So thank you for listening. Please click like, click subscribe, hit share the video. I acknowledge you for all of your work, for all of your greatness, for all of your authenticity. I acknowledge you and I appreciate you. Have an awesome day. Bye bye.